Everyone has a wrong idea about confidence. You ask anyone about what confidence means to them and you will not get any helpful answers. The answers would be either vague or emotional or just straight up wrong, not helpful at all. Here's the best idea, the best definition of confidence on the internet, guaranteed. Now, what's a useful answer in this case? A useful answer would be the answer which will allow me to learn how to be confident. And I will help you understand confidence. Two things to understand. The first thing, that confidence is area specific. And the second, I'll talk about it later. That's the more important bit. Now let's discuss area specific. We have different areas in our life. Work life, social life, etc. etc. Well, confidence is area specific. The confidence that I would have for swimming won't translate to the confidence that I would need to have on my social skills. If I'm good and confident while swimming, that won't mean that I am an extrovert, that I am confident socially. Does it make sense? Like, every area of our life has a separate confidence type. I have a separate confidence for swimming, separate confidence for my social life, separate confidence for this YouTube channel. I have a separate confidence for every single area in my life, and so does everyone. And the reason why this is so important is people have this very wrong idea that you can be confident just in general. BS. Again, if I am amazing at swimming, that won't translate to my social life. It does not mean that I am confident in my social life as well. Now till here it's fairly easy to understand, but here's the point from where people start to get things wrong. If I am good at swimming, people automatically will assume that I am good at water polo. But just because the playing field is same does not mean that I'm gonna be good and confident in both the fields. The skill set required for playing water polo is vastly different than just swimming 200 meters. Although the playing field, the swimming pool, both the activities are taking place in the same playing field, the skill sets are vastly different. That's why the term good driver does not mean anything, because who's a good driver? The person who can handle the car at faster speeds, or the person who can handle the car smoothly in city roads, or the person who's great at the racetracks, or the person who's great at off-road. A good driver does not mean anything because the skill sets are different. The person who's amazing at off-road racing will feel soulless on tarmac. The person who's amazing at tarmac racing will feel disgusted by off-road stuff. You are just driving the car on some road. The playing field is same, but the skill sets are vastly different. Again, in the business side as well, there's coaching sellers and there's course sellers, right? Now you might look at them and say that, okay, well, they use similar sorts of marketing, their platforms are kind of the same most of the times, but the skill sets are vastly different. The fundamentals of the skills that they need to learn to be good at their own businesses are vastly different. This is where people get people wrong. Confidence here is separate as well. The course seller will need a separate type of confidence than the coaching seller. Similar for the swimming, the water polo guy will have a separate confidence than the swimming guy. Now, why am I over explaining this? Why am I hitting on this hard? When I studied in school, I was a good swimmer. Like, not the best, but really good. Like I got selected for events and stuff. I would always get pissed off at myself when I would not be selected for any other athletic events. You know, I was a swimmer. I could swim 200 meters, 100 meters, 50 meters, no problems. But I would not be selected for anything else. I mean, dude, I am a swimmer, I am an athlete, but why can't I run? And I had this wrong idea about confidence, that confidence is like general. And I had even this idea that confidence was something that people are born with. And so I was always like discredited. I discredited myself for my swimming skills because I thought that it was just a fluke. Because I am not athletic on the field, then that just means that I'm not an athlete. Does that mean that I don't deserve to participate in the swimming events because it's a fluke? But the thing is, it was my hard work that built that. And my current mindset, if I would have had it back then, I would have made so much more progress on the swimming side of things. But this wrong idea that confidence is general and the breaking of my confidence in any other athletic endeavors other than swimming ended up breaking my confidence in swimming as well, which is really painful to experience. So understand that confidence is area specific, and so learn how to separate confidences for separate areas of your life. Compartmentalize confidence and don't mix them up, because if you look at confidence as a general term, what is going to happen is you're going to lose confidence for something else, and then the thing that you are confident at, the thing that you are good at, that area of confidence gets affected too, which you definitely do not want. Alright, now you know the nature of confidence, separate for separate areas. Fine. But then how do we build the confidence? I know you clicked on this video to understand this. I'm gonna deliver. This is the second thing, how to build confidence. But to understand how to build confidence, we have to discuss the definition of confidence. And no, I'm not going to be using dictionary or the Google. This is what Alex Hormozi has said and my thoughts added to it. Excuse the noise, I can't stop it. Confidence is knowing something's gonna happen as a result of a certain action based on the past record of the same something happening as a result of the same action over and over again on command. Here's one definition, but if you want more accuracy but a little bit more complex set of words, here's a much more accurate definition. Confidence is the power to predict the outcome of a given action of self under given circumstances based on the history of outcomes through similar actions in similar circumstances. Wow, a lot of words flew right above my head. I understand. Let me explain confidence now. Confidence is nothing woo-woo, it's nothing, mystic, it's nothing sublime. Confidence can be operationalized, and confidence is simply predictive power. If you know accurately what's gonna happen as a result of some action that you do, that makes you more confident. If you know what you need to do to get a certain result that you want, that makes you confident. And just to simplify things, if I know that I need to move my body a certain way in water for me to swim, I am confident because I know the outcome that I want, which is swimming, and I know the action that I want, which is moving my body a certain way, freestyle. And I can predict that when I do those set of movements in water, I will swim. And so since I can predict accurately what's going to happen as a result of my action, I am confident in swimming. And you can tie this to anything else in your life. So if you know that you need to do a set of actions, add a set of masalas and stuff, and then you can make a dish, okay? You know the outcome that you want, which is the dish, and you know the set of actions which is gonna get you to that outcome. You're gonna be confident because now you know that if you add this, add that, and then mix it up and then cook it for some time and then mix another thing, the set of actions which you require to do the cooking. If you know that, and you know that as a result of these actions you're gonna get the dish you want, that is confidence. You are confident in cooking that dish. Confidence is knowingness, and the more you know, the better and more accurately you can predict, and the more predictive power you have, the more confidence you get. And then how do you build confidence? Now that you understand what confidence is, how do you build it? This is where the video gets a little bit boring, because the most boring, the most repeated across time, and the answer that you already know, that's the most effective answer, and it is learning. Practice. That is how you grow confidence. Because if confidence is knowingness, and knowingness gives you predictive power, so you would want to know more. That is how you build confidence. And the only way to know more is by learning new things and experimenting new things through practice. The more you learn, the more you know, the more accurately you can predict, and the more confident you get. Similar for practice. The more you practice, so on and so forth, you get the point. You practice something consistently for 1 year straight. So much so that by the end of the year, there's no margin for error. You are making no errors. You are practicing this. You could do that in your sleep. You are just in tune with whatever you are practicing. If you practice that much, that builds confidence, because now you know that you are not making any errors. Now you know that you have a history of practicing. You have a history of doing the action and getting the outcome that you want. And that is when you know that doing this thing will get you that. You know for certain, because now you're not making any errors, right? And so that builds confidence. Run 5 kilometers every single day for 1 year straight. You know what is gonna happen? At the end of the 1 year, then you're gonna have to go out and run another 5k marathon. A little bit fun run marathon. What's gonna happen is this new 5k that you will have to run will become just another run you have to do. It's not gonna feel like this special thing. It's not gonna feel like this, this effortful thing that you need to do. You won't get nerves. It's just gonna be another day, another run, because you have been doing 5k runs for 1 year straight past this. And so learn. Even more importantly, practice, because again, practice is the most effective form of learning anyways, period. And okay, here's the more conventional answer. If you wanted to be that guy, that guy who has a massive friends group, who girls like, and is popular everywhere, the classic extroverted, the classic jock in classes. If you want to be that confident guy, or if you want to be that confident salesman, again, you need to practice social skills. If you want to be that guy, okay, you need to talk to more people. You need to practice smiling till it becomes natural to you. You need to go up to strangers and make new friends till it is natural to you. You need to practice when to stay silent and when to speak and what to speak. There's times for humors, there's time for seriousness. You need to practice those till they, guess what, become natural to you. If you have been clicking pictures for 1 year straight past this, the next picture that you are going to click, you're going to be confident about clicking that picture, because now you have a history of doing something and getting the result. And so now doing what will get you what result, and that gives you confidence. And the same principle would apply to your social life as well. Because if you want to be that guy, you want to be that confident, charismatic, amazing guy, just figure out what skills that you need to learn to be that guy, and most of those skills will fall under social skills, so we'll refer that as social skills. So upgrade your social skills, simple as that. The same principles apply here as well. And for the competitive performers out there, I feel you, I understand you. Whatever craft you are at, whatever work that you need to do, whatever kind of thing that you are into, that becomes your point of obsession. Just practice more at it. Practice your craft more. Practice your art more. Train more. Keep practicing. Keep learning. Keep knowing more. And the more you know, the more confident you're gonna get. And whatever happens, never expect yourself to grow simultaneously in two different areas of your life. You can't grow socially and in swimming at the same time. Again, if you accidentally do it, so if you go to the gym and talk to more people, you are growing your social skills as well as your muscles. But in general, don't expect that of yourself, because most of the times we are needy. Because most of the times we need to absorb in the work, forget everything else, forget talking to anyone else, forget interaction, forget growing in the social area, and just drown in work. Just focus and dedication and consistency and effort and intensity. That is what is going to build your skills, and your skills will build your confidence. And again, confidence, remember, is area specific. Don't expect yourself to grow simultaneously everywhere unless accidentally done so. And now you're going to be like, okay, if I'm going to spend 5 years perfecting my craft, I'm going to lose out on my social skills because I'm not going to go out and hang out with my friends as often. Fine, it's not permanent. You don't need to feel sad about it. You don't need to feel any regrets. You don't need to feel anything like, okay, I missed out on life. No, it's all just temporary, okay? Now is not forever, right? You are focusing on the grind. You are grinding. You are working hard at this new thing. And so it demands your full attention. It does not mean that for your entire life, it's going to keep demanding your full attention. It's going to need you to work on it 100% of the time. No. There is gonna be a time will come when you won't need to work on that thing, whatever it is that you're working on, that intensively. If you're working in your business and you start earning some money, you can take some time off. You can set up systems so that the business will run on its own. And then you can develop on the other side of your life. You can develop your social skills. You can find side quests. You can learn some new other skills. You can start a new business, whatever it is that you want to do. Similarly, like if you're in a college life and you want to grow your social skills, which I don't think is a very good decision to make, because social skills a lot of the times grow naturally, but whatever you want, man. Like if you want to grow your social skills, you will have to sacrifice a little bit of your studies. You will have to take risks, maybe sacrifice a little bit of the relation which you have with your family, because you're going to be out with your friends a lot more often. But this is not permanent. When you have grown socially and now you know that you are confident when it comes to social skills, when you have been upgrading your social skills for the past 1 year, you have done all the skills, smiling, calling people by their names, appreciating people, taking genuine interest in people, so on and so forth, like the entire course, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You have been doing that fully, to the point that now you can do it in your sleep. Now you are a confident, extroverted guy. You can stop growing there with that amount of intensity which you were putting in on the beginning days and focus on the other side of things, business, job, career, whatever it is. This is how you operationalize confidence. And the best part is anyone can be confident, no matter who you are, wherever you are, what your genes are, whatever the hell is your limiting factor. Anyone can become confident. You can become confident today. It's just compartmentalized. Which area do you want to be confident in? You just become confident in that. And the thing is, practice does not look at your genes. The effort that you're gonna put into something does not care how you feel or who you are. Nobody is gonna black pill check you and look at the size of your nose and the way you look. And nobody is gonna look at your history and check if you were hugged by your parents enough, if you had a positive feedback loop of being extroverted as a child. Nobody is gonna check for those things. The work doesn't care. And the grind should stop only when you stop. And guess what? The grind should never stop, because practice does not care who you are. Practice is just there to be practiced. Practice does not care about your genes, or if you are naturally confident, or how good at some sports that you were since childhood. Like, practice does not care about those things. Work does not care about those things. The work just needs to get done. And so you today can become confident. Today, sitting here, take an action. Take an action right here. Choose one area of your life. Pick one area from your life, okay? So bring out your paper and pen and pick out one area of your life in which you need to grow. If it's the exam season, you need to grow in your studies. If it's a little bit laid back, a little bit of a more social side of things, so grow socially. You will understand based on your life what you need to grow at. And once you pick the area of your life, just make a massive list, as big as you can. Just make a massive list of the skills that you need to learn in order to grow there. So for example, if I wanted to grow in my swimming side of things, in my swimming life, the swimming area of my life, I'll have to do a bunch of workouts. Dry land training. I will have to run on the treadmill to improve my endurance for longer periods of time. I'll have to do some endurance, like I have to do some resistance activity in order to grow my muscles, in order to condition my muscles, and so on and so forth. It's gonna be like 15 to 20 things that I will have to do in order to improve in swimming. And so it can be applied to anything in your life. And once you understand that what exact things you need to do in order to grow in confidence, in order to grow in skills, in order to know more, thereby allowing you to predict more accurately, in order to grow in confidence, now you know what you need to do. And so just do it. Drop this black pill side of your mind. Drop this belief that I can't be confident because I wasn't hugged enough by my parents. It does not matter. Drop this. Just drop this black pill side of your mind and just work. Just get things done.